Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast Network. This is We Are Air Season 1, Episode 16, Ghostbusters. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. Please go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. We're at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at /We Are Podcast. With that said, on to the podcast.
We are error.
It's so fucked up, and I'm just gonna tell you this. My ex, I talked to her a couple months ago, and she said she listened to the podcast. I think you posted it online or something. So she listened to it, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't like it." Yeah, and I was like, "Why?" And she goes, "'Cause you're boy mode." I was like, "I talk that way all the time around you, all the time." Because she didn't like when I got boy mode.
What does that mean?
Just talking like myself. It bothered her. I'd be like, "I'd smack that pussy and this and that, whatever." But it's like, it's so funny to me. I'm like, well, I didn't like when you sucked other people's dicks. But,
but you were in girl mode.
Yeah. Doing what girls do. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Are Air podcast. This is Duck. I am here with
Jake.
And
Javi.
And thank you so much for listening. Hey, guys. How you doing? How's your week been? Trying to change it up so Javi doesn't mock me. Look at his face, dude. He's so ready to mock me. All right, what is the We Are Air podcast?
You just keep going.
Possibly about movies,
you know what?
trivia,
maybe whatever the fuck it is we want to talk about.
That we like to talk about.
You know what? Fuck it. That was good enough. We're going to go with that.
I think it was actually fun.
Very nice. Now that I know he mocks me every time, I'm just like...
I'm not mocking you, Doug. I'm going along with you.
Yeah, he's
I saw your face the last time you did it, dude.
I was making eye contact.
Your eyes were literally rolling out of your skull as you were saying it. I'm guy hosts the podcast. I woke up in a cold sweat thinking about it. I was like, fuck. All right, I gotta get these levels down. We're peeking like crazy. Peeking?
It doesn't help that I'm fucking chortling into my mic an inch away.
Chortling? Chortling was the word you used.
That's a word.
All right, I'm starting over.
I've had
I might
hear with all your sassafras.
Oh, God.
Please forgive my vernacular, Jacob.
Hey, only we can say that word. You can't say that.
I literally tried to say it, and I couldn't say it.
No.
What is the We Are Air podcast? It's a podcast where we talk about movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Wow. I have been mocked. You know what? Just moving that chair a little bit changed the vibe of this room completely. Yeah. But it is actually cooler.
I feel like it's better this way.
Yeah, it's very nice.
They give it more of a feng shui.
Each other.
Feng shui.
If at any point you just want to get up and start moving other stuff, because that really worked out in here. You look over and just like, that lamp's in the wrong fucking place, Doc. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, that lamp now that the chair's over, the lamp could be moved over here to the left.
Actually, yeah, he's right. Welcome to the We Are Air podcast.
Welcome to the where we redecorate
of Doug's living room. We help him because we are air.
I like you went with the fancy way of saying air. You're like, because we are air.
Welcome to it's the NPR version of it. We are air.
Welcome to the We Are Air podcast.
We talk about movies.
I'm here with Jacob, Duckland, Javier.
And then you come in wearing an ascot and shit like that. And you're like, I don't like it now.
Let's move the lamp over here.
The feng shui in this room is
bad energy.
I can't be with you people.
No.
What do you mean by you people? All right, y'all.
Let's say air with a hard R.
Yeah,
it's different. I say
You know you can't use that word, man.
Oh, shit.
Vernacular and
whoa.
error.
Vernacular. You heard me wrong. That's your racist ears.
What? When you said vernacular, it sounded like Dracula to me for some reason.
Yeah, it's his brother, Vernacular. You know Vernacular? Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, Vernacular is here, bitch.
Yeah, he owes me $20 at Vernacular.
Wait till you meet their cousin, Quintacular. The motherfucker likes to count with puppets and shit. They call him that shit.
You know what's really fucked up? I'm going to tell you guys this. The other day, I went up into the DJ booth to give Joe like a piece of gum or something like that. No, it was a piece of candy. I got like this really nice...
piece of candy.
Really nice chocolate, right? Like super expensive. Anyhow, so I go up and I give Joe, I was like, dude, this is the best chocolate you'll ever have. And he goes, evidently you never sucked my dick. I was like, whoa!
Brutal.
I was like, no.
And then you sucked his dick.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
And you know what? Was delicious.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Hey, you want to hear about some dick sucking good times?
Yes.
This collectively sucks the dick of all the geeks in the world. Our top story is Jason Reitman is to direct the new Ghostbusters. Wow, was I shocked that they dropped that. I was super shocked about that.
They already had a fucking teaser?
They filmed it with like...
While the fucking other one was filming, they were secretly filming.
Yeah, well, they knew... Here's the thing. They knew that they were going to be working on a spin-off series. Because Dan Aykroyd had always said it's not just going to be female Ghostbusters. We're working on a male version, too, and we're working on more projects, TV shows, blah, blah, blah.
Well, so Leslie Jones didn't know this.
Well, yeah.
Fuck, that pissed me so off. I fucking hated that shit.
Jump to that. She got pissed on Twitter.
She can go fuck herself.
I didn't mean to...
No,
let's go back to what we're talking about.
No, dude. That's... we should talk about that. Yeah. That's the reaction from her was...
something that Trump would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said, which doesn't really make sense.
All men.
And was she even... Her argument doesn't even hold fucking water.
It doesn't whatsoever. Let me find her...
She's like, we need to do a men's version. Like, fucking asshole. The men's version was... 20 years before your fucking version. Yeah. You got no right to get mad at this.
So she said, insulting, like, fuck us. We didn't count, that's what it says. It's like something Trump would do.
Did you see the numbers?
No, what were the numbers?
No, I'm asking Leslie Jones. I didn't see the fucking numbers
There's
either,
a reason
but I know they weren't what the numbers needed to be. That's why she's making this statement. That's why they're making another.
So did you like the female Ghostbusters?
I actually did.
It was alright.
It wasn't bad. It was fun. I liked it.
I like Red Letter Media's take on it, where
it's not
Mr.
funny.
Plinkett talks about it. He makes a good point. He says, jokes are important to have timing. And he goes, and this movie has no timing whatsoever. And when you watch this, like, they're just trying to fill in the blanks everywhere.
Yeah,
a lot of like
I
these improv comedies do now.
Yeah.
And he goes, the original Ghostbuster had jokes, and it was stoic, and it took its time. And the joke was, they're slubby, and they're just normal...
There's character development there.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
you see them all at the beginning, what they used to be, into what they became as Ghostbusters.
Right.
So you got a little snippet of each one's personality at the beginning of the fucking first Ghostbusters, you know? Like, you got Venkman as the fucking fake paranormal psychologist.
Smart-ass, sarcastic jackass kind of, but...
Thinks he's a fucking psychic mind reader and shit.
I love the fact that you guys love Ghostbusters as much as I do.
Ghostbusters is my favorite movie of all time.
Wax poetic about Ghostbusters. That's amazing. She was upset, obviously. I thought it was interesting. The movie, the Ghostbusters 2016, at the end of the trailer, it said, Ghostbusters, who you going to call?
So what was
No, it's Answer the Call is what it is. Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Okay.
So I was like, why didn't they just call it that and let it be its own thing? And then with this new movie is going to be a direct sequel to the 1980s. It's not going to disregard it like the female one did. And
I heard that they may do on the take for Extreme Ghostbusters, but it's going to be like a chick, a crapple, and a Hispanic.
Did you say a crapple? Was there a crapple in the...
Yeah.
Like, there was actually a handicapped character in Extreme
talking about, like,
Ghostbusters.
the
Extreme
2000
Ghostbusters.
anime.
Fucking Extreme Ghostbusters.
I think that's what this is going to be, because like they mentioned something about a younger generation coming in.
The rumor is it's going to be like teenagers, and I'm talking like 13-year-olds.
Yeah, they got the kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's exactly what
They are like, well, they're already in the outfits. Let's just go ahead and get them.
But they're gonna,
that's them.
And to deal with this whole all-female, all-male thing, they're just going to have 2 boys and 2 girls and take care of it that way.
Dude, how mind-blowing would it be if it actually was all 4 of the kids from fucking Stranger
awesome.
Things?
That would be
4 of the
fucking
boys
dope.
That would be
dressed
awesome.
up as Ghostbusters. They're just like, yeah, motherfuckers.
There's no way. There's no way they don't cast at least one of those kids in this movie.
Yeah, that fucking Wolf Finhard.
I was just thinking that he would make a good addition.
Yeah, he's pretty killer, man. And the kid can act because was he Richie in It? It was completely different.
Yes,
he was
awesome,
great
as Richie.
Yeah, that movie was good.
Yeah,
I really liked that movie.
I did too.
We'll talk more about that later. Yeah. But Jason Reitman, he posted, Dad finally gave me the keys to the car. Was his?
I found it.
Yeah, and so that's freaking awesome. That teaser trailer he put together real quick. He told Kevin Smith before he recorded a podcast with him on his Smodcast what was going on with it. So the whole podcast, I'm like, man, Kevin Smith is real hyped about something. No, he's Kevin Smith. He's always real hyped about something. Yeah. But you could tell something
like he was
going
like
on.
legit, like
yeah.
jacked
So
up.
he told him before they recorded the podcast, and the whole time he's just like, ooh, he's holding on to it.
Juicy secrets.
Yeah. So that's super exciting. Also,
that teaser though was
amazing. I was
amazing.
going to say the teaser to me, I feel like there's been a Back to the Future teaser that was very similar to this.
I
know that in A Million Ways to Die in the West, they had the Doc Brown cameo where he goes into the shed and he fucking has the tarp over the DeLorean. It's like, oh, what is this? You know.
Also, in Ghostbusters 1, Ray mentioned something about how he had, like, to pay for the firehouse, he had to, like, put a second mortgage on his family farm.
Oh,
and that
shit.
And that Echo 1 wasn't a farm.
Good connection.
So that could be the Stance property.
That's the thing is that
but
supposedly...
would he still have the farm after the Ghostbusters 2?
I think he still would, because they were raking money.
They reclaimed the city, so they made everything right at the end of it, right?
Right.
Like, they fucking showed that guy the fucking dick.
Yeah, but they weren't He-Man, so it doesn't matter. Fuck the Ghostbusters. He-Man.
Yeah, he's right.
But you were saying, though, that's actually kind of goes along with what they're saying. They're not going to be in the city so much. They're going to be in the country, and it's going to be a family situation.
Country ghosts are way skinnier than city ghosts, honestly, though, man.
Get out of my yard!
You have no idea.
Oh my god, it's the Murphy brothers!
How are you?
The original Ghostbusters stars reacted to it. Dan Aykroyd said on Twitter, if you need to tune up, you know who to call, and he linked it. And then Ernie Hudson says, this is bigger than a 100-foot Marshmallow Man. So, evidently they'll be in. Bill Murray probably isn't in.
Everybody's got room for Jell-O.
He probably has not listened to his answering machine yet. You know that old urban legend where Bill Murray just has an answering machine?
He just has a P.O. box where he
Did
picks
you
up
watch
scripts.
the Netflix special?
Oh, so good.
Okay,
Wasn't it good?
Yes, then we know about it.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Murray.
I saw that. I've been meaning to watch
Bill
it.
Murray Tells or some shit?
Yeah, it was awesome. And it just makes you love him even more because you're just like, dude,
I
it's so fucking
legitimately teared up towards the end whenever the people were talking about their experiences with him and like how it was.
Did you wait through the credits for the piano story at the end?
No.
Best part, dude. Go back and rewatch it. You will cry.
I'm watching that shit tonight.
Wait, you guys cuddling?
I haven't
What
seen
the
it.
fuck was that?
I haven't seen it.
Did you say you're watching it with Jake tonight?
No, I'm watching it tonight.
I thought you said I'm watching it with Jake tonight. Jake had a look of, I ain't watching that shit with you, bitch. I'm going home, motherfucker.
I just started watching it
I
tonight.
was just wondering if we're really cuddling.
Not, man. I'm a good cuddler.
I bet you are.
Doug, I love that you throw those papers away like you're a roast
Yeah.
MC.
Oh, he's fucking David Letterman.
Yeah.
Oh, I did read an opinion piece, too.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
What is that from?
Norm Macdonald's
Donald
version
did-
of David Letterman. SNL. Somewhere.
God damn. You ever just found down the Norm Macdonald, like,
Yes,
YouTube
I
whole,
watched.
like,
I do. It's
it's
Constantly on
amazing.
YouTube.
Like, it's so good, dude. Like, I just watched one Norm Macdonald thing. It's like, I think I need another.
It's
And then
like
I
a current president. Yeah, he killed a guy.
yeah, because
Right?
he was a murderer.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you don't like that opinion, Barbara Walters? Join me
My
hard?
favorite one was when he did the 20-year SNL Jeopardy skit. It was Burt Reynolds, and the answer was Andre the Giant. His answer was Andre the Giant. His name was Andre, and he was. Oh yeah, he was a giant. He just like drug it out for like 2 minutes just to say Andre the Giant.
I couldn't get into the Netflix thing.
Dude, his Netflix show is amazing.
Yeah, is it pretty good?
I love that show.
really
It's fucking
fucking
awesome.
like it.
It's based on his podcast, pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
He was doing the exact same thing
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes.
And it looks like they just took that to Netflix, which is
Well,
genius.
Yeah.
And I was thinking
brilliant.
about that today. Joe Rogan, same thing. Like, you don't have to watch Joe Rogan's podcast, but I fucking do for some reason.
I do as well.
And it's weird because I'm like, well, I should just listen to this. It's not like seeing Joe Rogan is making
But
this
once
better.
you
But I always
watch it, you see the interaction, the expression on people's faces.
And it just adds a whole
like
new
how,
level to it.
yeah,
He's
I mean,
such a good interviewer, too. He's
He
so
is.
fucking good.
expressionism, like on your we all have telltale signs,
Mm.
like whenever we're being true or passionate or fucking lying or whatever else. So it's to me, it's better to actually see all that shit so you can.
It's like when you watch his podcast, it's even more immersive than just listening to it.
Right.
And I was watching Leah Remini today, and she's so fucking hot.
That one is a
Oh
great
my
fucking
God.
episode. Also, they're talking about the fucking downfall of
I
Scientology.
think she would suck his dick under that table.
She's
too.
got the mouth.
She's
Joe
just,
Rogan.
she's just fucking, like, she stops every 5 minutes and tries to get a compliment from him, and he's just so fucking beast mode. He's like, nah, I ain't getting you one. Opinion, there was an opinion piece I read about the, why this Ghostbusters is happening now, because it shocked me, because I was watching a Ghostbusters review the night before. The next day I was thinking to myself, I was like, we're never going to get another Ghostbusters movie. It's done. It's over. And the next fucking day, that news, and I immediately, the second I read it, I text you both. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is awesome. And I know the rule, don't text Jake before 3, but I did it anyway. I'm like, fuck it. And then,
Love you guys.
and then it was like, dude, it was so fucking crazy. And the reason they're doing this, from the opinion piece point of view, Star Wars. That's the only reason they're doing it. Instead of doing reboots, they're doing reboots in the way that it's Star Wars The Force Awakens did it, where it's a sequel, but it's a remake. Star Wars Force Awakens, Jurassic World did it, Creed to a certain
which makes sense because they had the original characters in there, but they're only a stepping stone.
They call them legacy characters.
Yeah, but they are stepping stones to be what they're supposed to be now, the newer characters.
Did you guys like this better than the reboots? Because we did the reboots for like 10 years, and we got things like Total Recall reboot and RoboCop, and now we're getting a sequel to the actual RoboCop.
Nope.
And Halloween.
Oh, actual RoboCop.
Yeah, we're getting the original RoboCop 2 script.
Don't lump Halloween into that.
Didn't care about Halloween.
The new Halloween?
I wouldn't lump that in because, in 5 years, you're going to be like, oh, another original sequel to Halloween.
But that's an interesting perspective to have. What they did there, where they disregarded everything from even the second Halloween movie and just did a direct sequel to
So it's a 30-year psych.
What do you mean? What's a 30-year psych?
A 30-year psych is like, oh, yeah, those other ones, they don't count. This is going to be the real sequel.
Yeah, I know.
But is that like a real thing? You said it like it's like a
I
common
didn't know that was a
knowledge,
thing.
we should all know.
No, that's just my take on it. It's like a 30-year
Did you
psych.
coin that right now?
You know what? 30-year psych.
There you go. Okay.
TM.
You thinking of the 30-year itch?
No, I have had a 30-year itch.
Me too. Me too. It's been there for a while. All right, here we go. Edgar Wright has finished Baby Driver 2 script draft.
Boo.
All right, that's all I wanted. I just wanted Jake to get mad about it. That was the only reason I put that in there.
Stupid fucking movie.
I love your
that
rant
movie
on the soundtrack was
fucking
the
sucks.
greatest rant I've ever heard.
God damn it, though. Seriously, I tried watching it again the other night. It is bad. Like, it's not good.
I haven't watched it.
We're so hip.
Is that how it
this
feels?
song that you never heard before, but you feel like you heard 1,000 times.
Wow, man. I kind of want to watch that. You liked it, though, right?
I thought it was fun. I really did like it.
Is it because
yeah.
Why did you? Because you're hipster. And
I'm hipster.
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
hipster dude.
I remember, like, when he polished off his rant, was like, that fucking soundtrack, fucking faggot. And just the way he said it was the greatest faggot I've ever heard in my life.
All right, moving on. That's all I wanted. I just wanted Jake to be mad about that.
Don't go see Baby Driver 2. Edgar Wright, don't fucking finish
Single-handedly,
the
you're taking down Edgar Wright.
Yeah, like, look.
People come in with their little Walkmans, you kick them out of their hands. You will not come into this movie and listen to
You
music.
need to be listening to Skull Candy earbuds, not them original iPod shits. Nobody likes them. You know nobody likes them. They're plastic. They hurt your fucking ears.
Dark Phoenix news. Oh, new image. Jessica Chastain's villain controls Jean Grey. And
Jessica Chastain is an older Jean Grey in it. That's what I figured.
And also, I didn't bring the picture. I just really think that's hot. I like the idea of
two redheads choking each other out.
Oh God damn it! Oh sweet Jesus!
I don't have a lot of hope for this movie, though.
You do?
No, I don't
I
think
did not have a lot of hope
anybody
for this
does.
movie.
Fox doesn't even have hope for this movie. They're just like, well, guys, hey, we sold to Disney now. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up. Come on, let's finish these movies.
You're
We already
100%
have
right.
going.
Because the newest
The
rumor
New
is
Mutants.
it might be going to Hulu. They're not even going to release it in
Yeah,
theaters.
good for them.
And they just spent over double the budget. They just refilmed half the movie too.
Are you serious? Did
damn.
we go straight to
Oh,
Hulu?
reshoots always make for a better movie.
Right. So
Always.
They're not sure if they reshot it.
So, at least
for
there's
hard R or
hope.
not. No, dude.
Yeah, that's a fucking,
They're gonna
that was
put,
sarcasm.
Yeah, they're
Fucking
putting
fuck
all
reshoots.
they're
Fuck
putting
this
all
movie.
this shit under the rug, dude. It's done. It's not happening. They're gonna reboot, I think, all of it. But I was thinking the other day, technically, you could switch over the X-Men if Avengers Endgame is dealing with time travel and parallel dimensions, which I've always thought it might be dealing with parallel dimensions because when they were crop dusted into get off that phone.
I know, I just realized what I was doing.
When they were dusted.
Oh, because Thanos cared for crops after he does it. I get it now.
But when he did the infamous, I always thought maybe it wasn't 50% died. It was 50% was put into a parallel universe.
Well,
Can we go back to something about that snap?
Yeah.
I like the fact that he was wearing a fucking metal glove, and yet the snap still sounded like that.
yeah.
Like it was flesh on flesh.
It should have been ding!
It should have been like,
You're
king.
not wrong. We should take a video and we edit it with the right sound effects for that moment. That would be awesome.
But it legit made that sound.
Also, whenever Thor flew in, like when we were watching it here, Jake put on he put on the Led Zeppelin song.
Still get goosebumps for
How
that
much
scene.
better would fucking Avengers Infinity War would have been whenever he fucking flew into Wakanda and that goddamn music was playing?
Yup.
They fucked up all the motherfuckers. And the same thing whenever he flew at Thanos and fucking stuck it in his goddamn chest.
Oh, God.
So good.
Why couldn't they do it? They'd already used it for the previous movie.
It's costing
Did they use it?
money.
The most expensive movie ever made, wasn't it? So they should have used it.
Was it?
I think it was.
What is?
And I want to say something else.
No, the last two Avengers were the last. Infinity War and this one are the most expensive movies ever made.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I thought you were like talking about Thor Ragnarok.
No, he's talking about Avengers.
I mean, Led Zeppelin.
Why
is
couldn't they
expensive.
get the rights to it? Because it was the most expensive movie ever made. Like, I mean, you're already spending
Yeah, they literally cut stuff out of it.
money
Also-
that none of us are even able to fucking fathom.
Also, I want to say, Led Zeppelin, I realized one day while snorting cocaine that to be a rock star in the 70s, the reason they sounded like that was the drugs. Because I remember I did a line, and I came out and I was like, and I literally was like, I got it! All right, do it again and do the snort noise, and then you gotta move it. It's so true. Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Oh, it's so true. Dude, if you were that fucked up on it, though, seriously, I had that experience where I came up and I was like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Way down inside! Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Reynolds confirms Deadpool 3.
So what is this? You just pull this up in your phone there.
Yes, I did.
Along with some sexy
There are
lady.
huge question marks around this movie because we all know that the deal between Disney and Fox is about to cross the finishing line and the future of this franchise was at stake, but this confirmation by Reynolds is music to the ears of the fans. And not a lot of focus is going to be on Deadpool, as there are going to be a lot of other superheroes in this movie.
And that's what I've been seeing. The fact that they're going to do an X-Force after this, and then they're going to do the Deadpool 3. But there's no way Disney does not bring him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's just no way.
They can't.
It's huge.
They can't.
What do you mean they can't? That's what this whole thing was.
It's like they'll be jumping the shark. They're gonna kill Deadpool if they bring him into the MCU.
I say throw him around, dude. Let him be what he is. In the comics, he goes everywhere.
Or, you know what, just, Disney owns so many other fucking labels. Just put them under a different movie label and still label it R.
Well, you gotta remember...
Like Marvel Conjunction, but like they own Buena Vista and a couple other ones that do R-rated.
Do you remember the, was it Ghost Rider and the Punisher? I think those were under the Marvel brand, but they're not characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, technically, every Marvel movie is under the Marvel brand. Mm-hmm.
But
even at the beginning of every fucking Spider-Man movie, you see the Marvel logo beforehand. That was before they got the production company and everything else, and then they say in conjunction with, but I mean, the Marvel brand is always like the first thing that you fucking see.
But those movies, there wasn't the combined universe. Paramount released, I believe, The Punisher and Ghost Rider. So those are they could have been part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they didn't include them in that for whatever reason.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying,
like
they're not interconnected. So it can happen. Even now, the TV show that was on Netflix, they're trying to say that that's not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
Stick with what works.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to go bigger and fancier? Mm-hmm. We can focus on smaller areas, do minimal CGI work, and that's what the whole issue is. You look at Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut!
The Juggernaut!
Oh, God, the Juggernaut!
Goddamn Juggernaut!
Dude,
The goddamn clashes!
Dude, I was so excited. I was waiting for you to say Juggernaut so I could go Juggernaut!
Goddamn Juggernauts!
Oh, Juggernaut!
Oh,
And the classes!
The clashes!
Dude, I love it. Just, can you say a couple more X-Men in that voice? Like, Nightcrawler.
Wolfsbane! You got the Nightcrawl? Oh, fucking no.
I really think...
there's a lot of CGI in the Deadpool 2 movie, though.
There is, and I really think that... But I think that it's a good movie, and I do think that X-Force would be interesting, even though I like their version of X-Force in Deadpool 2 already.
Yeah.
Like, that's a killer.
Yeah, that should have been the fucking lineup right there.
That was awesome.
Fucking Peter.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
I
loves
Peter.
Peter,
Everyone
right?
loves Peter.
From the commercials, you fucking love Peter. You're like, fuck yes.
Did you ever see the deleted end credit scene where he kills baby Hitler?
Yes.
Oh
No,
my
that's what I was saying. I just watched the unrated edition.
Yeah.
So it's got all that shit on there.
that's
but
just
also at
dark.
the very end, he's like, who? He doesn't actually kill him.
Yeah.
It just shows him coddling him
Yeah.
and saying, who killed you?
Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Maybe it's better if they keep it separate. Keep it rated R. That's the way it
I
should
feel
be.
like I mean, they already struck gold. Why change the formula?
Yep.
But I will say a lot of times they do think that. They're like, why change the formula? They make it the same fucking movie. That's not what I'm saying. Keep the same fucking spirit of
Keep
the
the
first
essence
movie.
of
Yes,
the first movie.
exactly. Don't recreate the first two movies, but keep the fucking spirit of it.
What I would like to see, and it'll probably never happen, I would love to see a Deadpool Spider-Man movie.
Well, that has to be a
awesome.
thing that they're working towards.
It would be so
Their
great.
relationship in the Marvel Universe is such a fucking hot take, hot topic. Everybody loves the idea
Right.
that Deadpool's in love with Spider-Man, but he's also besties. He's just being
It would
awkward
be.
with them.
One good caveat to like having Deadpool into the MCU would be like that could be a way for them to introduce the X-Men into the MCU and mutants.
That's true. And this is why I said I go with my theory of the parallel universes. If the X-Men franchise existed in a parallel universe, and the Snap was just going into a parallel universe, and when they reconnected, they brought back the X-Men with it, that'd be kind of cool, be able to connect those. And the other thing I was thinking about, I wanted to bring up, we didn't talk about, in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, the fucking music is amazing. I think it's the guy who did the music for The Incredibles.
It sounds like
But
it.
it's like, the fact
Alan
that...
Silverstreet, probably.
Dude, it's amazing though. Like the fact that they took the Spider-Man,
yeah.
and mixed it with the Avengers theme with that big brass section.
They did that in the first one, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they did it in
I
the
love
first
the
one,
music
but
when
still.
when the first movie started and you heard the da na na da. I was like,
Yes.
going like, why didn't they do
Yes.
this in the first place? I do like the Danny Elfman score for the original Spider-Man movies, the Sam Raimi ones, but the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I couldn't say anything.
No.
But that's because I like Danny Elfman because I'm a.
I do as well.
Hipster.
He's great.
No, fuck that shit. Motherfucker did the original Batman theme.
Yeah, I know.
The Batman theme. Not just the movie theme, the one they use in the goddamn animated series.
I know, it's amazing.
Like, it's so good.
Dude, I just got
That
my-
is Batman.
I just got Reign of the Superman. I can't wait to fucking watch it. I really can't do. I love the DC animated shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
amazing. All right, Bumblebee passes $400 million at worldwide box office. It is the lowest grossing of the Transformer movies, but it possibly will be getting a sequel. And talking about these reboot sequels, they're waiting to see how it did, because it being a prequel before they decide if they're rebooting the whole thing or if it's connected.
Did they release it in China yet?
They did, and that's where it made most of its money. It didn't make a lot of money here.
Yeah.
But China is the huge market.
So it's like a battleship.
Kind of, but everyone seems to like it. The reviews are in, and everyone really, really.
I don't know. It got really good reviews.
It looked good to me. It looked like, okay, they're going back to the fucking basics. The Optimus Prime looks like Optimus Prime in the fucking cartoons. Bumblebee is a fucking
awesome.
bug like he was in the fucking original cartoons for Return of the Camaro. Like,
I would love to see that. Just 1980s Transformers. Just do it in the 80s.
redo the cartoon movie shot for shot in all fucking animatics.
When you watched that as a kid,
You know
did
what
you
I'm
get
saying?
pissed whenever Starscream, when what's his name, the bad guy, Megatron showed back up and killed Starscream?
Yeah.
Dude, that blew my mind as a
It blew
kid.
everybody's
And
fucking mind.
did you cry when Optimus Prime died?
Yes.
Motherfucker,
I'm
I
human.
cried.
That pissed me
Yeah,
off.
I'm human.
I got so fucking mad. I remember I had a plate. I had a fucking pizza on a plate. I threw the pizza and the fucking plate, and then I cried
because
they killed Prime.
Did your mom whoop your ass after that?
Yeah.
She did. She gave me a pretty good ass one for that one.
I just love the anger of like,
Awesome.
fuck this pizza.
I was like, fuck this shit, Prime! How dare you!
I remember that though. I wasn't even the biggest Transformers fan, but yeah, that bothered me. And then last time I watched the movie was probably 15 years ago, but I really dug the shit out of it. I would watch it again. And the music is
It was
amazing.
a very well done movie.
It really is,
It was
yeah.
well written, well animated.
Evidently, it really fucked over
it
the toy
flowed.
line. It fucked over the toy line though, because if you watch the Toys That Made Us, basically they killed
Yeah.
off all the toys that people knew. They released
Yeah.
all these new ones. They're like.
Oh, these are fucking useless
And then
now.
every kid had the same reaction Javi had. We're like, they killed off the Prime. What the fuck?
Yeah, but they got this new condom machine transformer. It's pretty cool.
Oh, did you guys see the new Shazam trailer?
The newest one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
I will
actually.
pull it up then.
That's what she said.
I really did enjoy the first one. It looks like DC's taking the right steps to make a fun superhero movie, not taking itself too seriously.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Everything that I read about it before I saw the footage was like, oh, fucking Levi, fucking Garrett. Or
He looked
Zach
way too
Levy.
bulky in the outfit, but
well,
it works.
they're all like, it's a fake outfit.
Yeah.
But it does work.
It works.
Actually fucking works.
It's bizarre. It looks
good.
Like,
it looks
I don't
natural.
know if it looks right.
Yeah.
It looks fake, but it doesn't look fake.
Pretty much. You're right.
So they did a really good job in that. I'm kind of intrigued to see it.
I'm more excited about this DC movie
than anything else that DC has done.
Well,
Right.
I'm more excited about the Joker movie.
I think-
But whenever I knew this
shit.
was coming out and Aquaman was coming out, Aquaman wasn't out yet. I was more excited about Shazam.
Why is DC not promoting the fuck out of this Joker movie?
Because Todd Phillips is keeping it on a wraps like he should be.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Because you know what? Over promotion tells me is that they need people to fucking come see this movie. That's why they show you all the good scenes and all the fucking clips from all the fucking trailers. Whereas the people that keep it low key, like Avengers Endgame, only showing you the first 20 minutes of any footage from the fucking movie.
It's genius.
You don't want to give away too much, and if you have you think you have a success in your fucking pocket, why show them too much? Why give them too much? Let that anticipation build it. But if you oversaturate the market with all these fucking commercials, it's like, dude, we gotta show them, like, oh, look at this scene, though.
Yeah.
You know? And
The other thing, too, is I really believe that they are doing... This is all connected, and I think they're still trying to hide this. I think this Joker is the original Joker.
I love that
And
idea.
there's talk of Batman still being a
This
younger
Joker
Batman.
killed, or beat the shit out of Jason Todd, turned Jason Todd into Joker, and that's why
Exactly.
we had the other Jared
You
Leto
do this Joker, then you do the young Batman film based in, like, Arkham Asylum. And there was talk of getting John Bone from Game of Thrones on there, whatever his name is, as the Batman. And you do that version, like the 20 to 30-year-old Batman who has the kid who's with him, and then have him... Dude, please do it.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Are you ready to watch this?
You think that could be like somewhat of
Yes.
a renaissance for DC?
I am
for
ready
the
to
Joker
watch
Dude,
movie?
I think if they do it, it would be the most power play move that they can make and buy it back. Because Aquaman made over $1 billion.
Why the fuck are you the fucking CEO of this shit?
Yeah,
I
pop.
totally watched all of this shit that you're fucking spouting off right now.
we'll
Like,
take
why
a-
had they not thought of this
I
already?
mean, honestly, I just took the idea from the film theorist. I think it was the big one.
But still, you've expounded upon it greatly.
I'm so
I
excited.
know you have.
I still think that, like I said, Fantastic Four, make that in the 60s with Ant-Man. And I think that if you're bringing in the X-Men, do it that way. Have it be the parallel universe. Bring it in. I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I don't want to see that go away. I understand we got to change things, but
I do as well.
But man, can you imagine Kurt Russell as fucking Wolverine? Wouldn't that
Oh,
be
that'd be
badass?
fucking dope. Like
Oh
an
my
old
God.
Wolverine.
Dude, oh, Kurt Russell Wolverine. Oh man,
Uh-oh.
look, Jake's head exploded.
Uh-oh.
Just
I
thinking
don't
about
know.
it. You don't think so?
Ugh. You know I love me some Kurt Russell.
Dude, did I tell you about that? I don't know if we talked about it in the podcast, that Christmas movie came out and everyone was writing
Christmas
about
Chronicles?
how hot he was on the
You
internet.
know where to fuck the shit out of Santa.
Everyone's like, oh, Santa's such a daddy.
Oh, so it wasn't everyone.
It was mainly just me watching it say that. Like, oh, Kurt. No.
I don't know the queer terminology, but yeah, he can be daddy, I guess.
I'll talk to the queers, but no, seriously, dude, it was funny. I didn't watch the movie, though. Did you guys watch it?
No, I didn't, but I heard it was actually fucking awesome.
You ready?
So, like, if you had to say Shazam to be Shazam all the time, why would you, like, un-Shazam? You know? Like,
What would be the phrase
Actually-
to like reverse it?
Well, that's what Black Adam did. He just never
Yeah,
undid
he went
his
back
Shazam.
to-
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why he's always super powerful, because he just never unshazams, or whatever his power word is.
Bladham?
It's not mine, so I come up with the subject. While
We
we're
do
done.
one more piece.
I don't know why, but this is so funny to me. Kevin Hart to star in a Monopoly movie for ride-along director Tim Story. Just funny to me. Is he going to be Pennyworth or Moneybags or whatever the guy's called with the monocle?
No.
He didn't even have a monocle, does he? He's Mandela affected
he
myself.
doesn't. Yes, you did, Mandela.
Yeah, I just Mandela affected
Are you
myself.
sure?
Yeah, positive.
Positive,
100%
man. The
positive.
only reason why people think he has a monocle is fucking because of Ace Ventura.
Pet Detective. Whenever
Part
You
two.
must be the Monopoly
When nature
guy.
calls, yes.
So, but is he going to be playing that character? Like, that cracks me up.
No, it's not. He's gonna be like, it's gonna be like
He's gonna be the race car.
Jumanji. It's gonna be fucking Jumanji.
Dude, I would've
but
said
Monopoly.
I would have said Jumanji would have been a career killer, but that movie was actually pretty fucking good.
It's gonna be Monopoly spelled with an I at the end.
Why is it spelled with an I?
Because like Jumanji.
Oh, you just get sucked into the Monopoly game?
Yeah.
And then
it
I
just
hate...
transports from game to game. Next
then-
he's going to be like, sorry!
And then...
Oh, we got in trouble!
Don't get a mousetrap! Shoots and ladders.
Jesus Christ, Candyland!
You know what? I watched the fuck out of that movie. I
That
really
should
would.
be the fucking series.
Like the
line
old
down
Looney
road.
Tunes.
Battleship again!
Remember the Looney Tunes cartoon where they ran from painting to painting? That's what I want to see. Just like board game stuff
Yeah,
everywhere. It'd be
alright.
fucking awesome. Speaking of which, I went to the National Video Game Museum on Sunday.
Nerd.
And,
Again?
yes, and it was awesome. And they have like board games, all the like the video game board games there. And they had Pac-Man and Zelda next to
You
each
and
other.
Will go?
No, it was me and Ben went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Did you see
awesome.
Will?
No, was he there?
I don't know. He
They
loves
had
board
a
games.
Great day.
Dude.
They went and played fucking board games. at
And
the
went
National
Top
Video
Golf,
Game
dude.
And Top
Top
Golf,
Golf,
these
bro.
fuckos.
Oh my god, you gotta go. Did I tell you?
No,
You're invited too, fucker.
He was on a
Alright.
man day.
that's right. I'm
It was my best friend.
No, it was mandatory.
Mandatory.
It was a mandate.
All right, let's move to this last piece of news. James McAvoy says Pennywise freaked him out on the set of It 2.
Did he
That
realize that
is
he was on the set of
fucking
it too?
awesome. Yes, he plays the grown-up Bill, I think, character.
Oh,
in
he's not the
movie.
Beast.
But dude, like he's saying that.
How's he playing the Beast and Professor X at the same time? That's what I want to know. You know, like what the fuck is really happening here?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's all jacked and shit. Why would we be afraid of a clown?
Right,
Yeah, because he's like fucking.
because he's a giant pussy,
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
Maybe Bill Skarsgård's just that creepy. Because
Dude,
the
he's
kids said one
awesome.
thing.
Okay, so what I heard is he actually made his eyes do the fucking walleye shit where he's looking at each fucking wall. Like,
Nah.
he actually did that. That wasn't a computer effect.
Nah,
Swear to God.
dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna be huge. Have you seen, like I said, the
Oh, yeah, I liked him in Deadpool 2.
Castle Rock? Have you
That's
seen
the regurgitator.
Yeah,
Or
like,
whatever
it was
the fuck
awesome.
he was.
Castle Rock? Though he plays like this kid.
Haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
dude, the character's name is just the kid. They don't know what his name is, and he's just creepy as shit the whole time. You are terrified of him, and the ending is super ambiguous. Oh, it's amazing, and I think he's gonna be huge. And his dad is Stellan Skarsgård from
Like-
the Thor movies,
And he's
shit
got
like
a brother, Peter Sarsgaard.
Yeah, he was in.
No,
the Vampire
Skarsgård. Like Stellan.
Yeah, he's like the youngest
Peter
of them.
Stellan.
Dude's got like 14 kids.
His dad is
Are you thinking
fucking
of Peter Sarsgaard?
Eric from fucking Thor.
Yeah, the crazy guy who's.
I know that. That's Stellan.
Yeah,
And then you got the guy from True Blood.
yeah.
And then you got Peter, who was in
But
Jarhead.
he's.
Well, are you thinking of Peter Sarsgaard?
Yes.
Whatever. They're not the same then, huh?
No.
I think they are.
Skarsgård.
I'm gonna say they are.
No, it's Skarsgård and Sarsgaard.
Oh, man. What a fucking asshole taking that K out of his name.
We'll be right back.
Hey, guys, don't argue with Javi on the Swedish culture.
Yeah. I'm
You know
balls
what?
deep in the Swedish
You don't
culture.
even like the Swedish.
I don't like-
You're always being racist
Yeah.
towards them when you're here.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like, I hate the Swedes.
You just show up and you say it. You're like, fucking Swedes.
Fucking Swedes.
I was stuck in traffic. Goddamn Swedes.
fucking Swedes. Fuck the Swedes.
I had a picture of the Swedish chef on the wall, and he went over and grabbed it and just threw it down. And he started stomping her. I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Fucking Swedes."
Hate Swedish.
He saw some Swedish fish at the store, and he slapped the bag off the
Damn
rack.
Swedes.
I was like, "You guys want me to make you dinner? You want some Swedish meatballs?" No.
I tried giving him my knife to open up a package, and he slapped that on my hand. I was like, dude, that's a Swiss Army knife. He was like, oh yeah, my bad, give it back. Difference. Fucking nerd.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And if you're enjoying the podcast today, please share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, back to the podcast. All right, guys. So tonight's subject is going to be
Bustin' makes me feel good.
I make that noise when I bust. So.
You make the Led Zeppelin noise?
I'm gonna bust.
Do you say that before you bust?
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, I don't.
It's hot.
Fucking
It's hot.
legendary.
So
Legendary.
Whoa.
the legendary bust. Ghostbusters. So we'll just kind of go around and talk about our first introduction to Ghostbusters. Jake, you want to start? Javi, you want to start?
I'll start.
All right.
First introduction to Ghostbusters wasn't the movie. It was the cartoon show, The Real Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yes. And the Real Ghostbusters was called The Real Ghostbusters because Funimation had a show called Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they had the copyright.
Yeah, so they
Still.
couldn't get the name Ghostbusters for the cartoon show, so it was called The Real.
You know what'll get these kids? Let's make one of the Ghostbusters a gorilla.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they put out a cartoon based on like their old live action show, and that's why they had to be like, no, that's not Ghostbusters. This is the real Ghostbusters.
The real fucking Ghostbusters. Look at this janky ass fucking chitty chitty bang bang car they're driving in. That's how
And
we
once
fucking,
again, they've got a monkey.
that's how we bust ghosts. With
They've
a
got
gorilla.
a monkey. We've got a Slimer. So what was it about the cartoon that you liked? Did you like it?
I love the cartoon. And it was super fucking creepy, too.
Yeah.
And a faithful adaptation to the big screen hit for children viewing.
And the thing that always kind of blew my mind was the guy who did the voice for Venkman on the cartoon.
Garfield.
Did the voice of Garfield.
Yeah,
And then
like
Bill Murray.
everybody thought that it was Bill Murray
Yeah.
for fucking ever. Like, that guy sounds like Bill Murray.
And then Bill Murray ended up doing the voice for the live-action Garfield movies. I always thought that was funny.
How crazy is that nowadays to think about, like, you could pick out that voice out of anywhere.
Who?
Like, well, the guy who did the
Was it-
Venkman, and he did the fucking Garfield, and he did the fucking pig on the Barnyard Tales that were that Segway
yeah.
in fucking Garfield.
I think his name was Lorenzo Music.
Yeah.
And he sounded so much like Bill Murray, like everybody just fucking swore by it. But like nowadays, if you were to hear that voice, you
Isn't
wouldn't
he
go
weird?
like, "Is
That's
that
not
Bill
Bill
Murray?"
Murray.
Yeah, exactly. But back then,
He did it with his version of Bill Murray, or well, Venkman, well, whatever. The character on the cartoon was so stoic and sarcastic and all the things that we
it
loved about
embodied everything about Bill
that we loved
Murray's
about Bill Murray.
voice.
I would
Which
say-
is it not the reason why Bill Murray took the voice of Garfield from
That's what I'm
for the animation?
I don't know if it's a reason, but he did do it, so maybe. I mean, it's close enough.
It would
so.
seem like he had enough coaxing, and a lot of people talk about it, especially in the fucking scene out there. Like, hey, you sound like Garfield.
I just like. I like the fact that he was able to make fun of it too in Zombieland. Whenever he dies,
He's like, do you have any regrets?
Any regrets?
Maybe Garfield.
Garfield, maybe.
Oh yeah, and then I forgot about whenever he shows up. He's like, "It's motherfucking Bill Murray."
Bill fucking Murray.
It's so great. So you cartoon when you were a kid watching it. What was it about it that you liked?
I really like the fact that it was like super creepy. And the very first episode I ever saw of this was the Boogeyman episode. And holy
What is it?
oh, it's falling.
That was so weird, man. In the headset, it sounded like a ghost. It really did. Bustin' makes me feel good. What was the first time you watched it? What do you remember from it? You were saying about how
It was a Boogeyman episode. And that character, I don't know if you guys ever watched Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
I did. Do you remember him?
Okay, so I did.
Do you remember him?
No.
The red villain that had that creepy...
The
female-
one with the claws?
Yes.
He's looking motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh! That voice actor also did the voice of that Boogeyman. Holy shit. That's what made it super creepy.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
And I remember, even the animation was a little bit... I remember thinking, oh, this is a bit creepy for me. But I still loved it. And it always resonated with me for some reason.
Well, what was your first memory of the Ghostbusters when you were younger?
Movie first. The original Sega Master System game second. Cartoon third.
Right. So
They're all around the same time, so
kind of lumped in together.
yeah.
And the cartoon came out pretty quick after the movie came out. You know, the movie was put together in 12 months. It was put together in a year, basically.
Which was super quick
It's
back in the
so
fucking
quick.
day.
You
It
think
took
about-
like 2 years to film movies back
Yeah,
then.
exactly. And so they put that movie together so insanely quick. They had no idea. The original concept for it was to be like time travelers and ghost hunters at the same time. And then John Belushi passed away.
He was going to be Dan Aykroyd's
He was going
character?
to be Venkman. That's correct. And then
No.
Oh, no.
Stance. So he would have been Venkman.
No, he would have been John
then-
Belushi would have been Venkman.
And then they put Bill Murray in his place.
And then the idea, it was going to be way too much to make that movie.
What
so
year
they
did Belushi
reworked
pass
it.
away?
81.
82.
I was gonna say 81, 82,
82,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but still.
So they ended up redoing it. They went to Ivan Reitman, who had worked with Harold Ramis before, and Bill Murray.
And Harold Ramis was writer, and Dan Aykroyd were writers. For
yeah,
the
they were
movie?
the writers, and
Yes.
Ivan Reitman. They all wrote it together. And originally, Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in the first movie.
He was going to be Ernie Hudson's
He's gonna
character.
be exactly. So that character actually got cut down quite a bit once he was on that movie because Eddie Murphy was blowing up big. And then also John Candy was supposed to be in the movie as
Louis Tully?
as Louis Tully. But
Yeah.
he had like
Pretty much his character from fucking Vacation.
Yeah.
No, he wanted to change the character's thing. He wanted to make the character a German who owned a bunch of dogs and talked with a thick accent, and he also wanted him to be the main character. So, like, fuck you, John Candy. We're not doing that.
I love John Candy, but I don't know if I can get behind that vision either.
I kind of want to see that character. I mean, because I want to see anything John Candy would have done, but at the same time. And also, we talked about before, in Home Alone, was he trying to fuck the mom?
Oh, totally.
Dude, he was, right? It's
yeah.
not just me
It's
when
like,
I watch Home Alone.
let me play some polka,
Yeah,
and then I'll give you a little polka.
Here's my harmonica, you whore.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
that's
play
not
it.
what
You know how to play it. Up and down.
Yeah, dude, Yo, that's hot.
Up and down, Mike.
That's hot. And that's the other thing about Ghostbusters is it's not really it is a kids movie, I guess, but I mean, Keymaster, Gatekeeper,
Bro,
when you're a
all
kid,
those movies back then were kids' movies. We have a generation full of fucking pussies, which is
Right.
the same reason why we put the PG-13 rating on fucking Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
Right.
Like, but that's the shit that I grew up with. Like,
we're fine.
extreme violence was not the issue at all. But you fucking bring in nudity and that cussing? No, no, no.
Don't bring in that cussing out
Yeah.
there. But that's the thing is, I like the Gatekeeper, Keymaster. That means they fucked. Is Oscar the kid of Louis Tully and Dana? Is that what it is? I always thought maybe it was a thing. And the other thing is, Bill Murray is super fucking rapey in that scene where she is possessed.
Yeah. He fucking totally says that he shot her up with date rape drugs.
Yes, he did.
It's
What
like,
the
I gotta
fuck?
learn up. She's cool right now.
Oh, she's fine. You just carry trazodone or whatever the fuck he gave her all the time? Like, it was fucked up. You remember that?
He's
I
like
do.
fucking Dennis from Always Sunny.
I guess...
Seriously.
My tools!
Yeah.
I need my
That's
tools!
what we need. We need a fucking Always Sunny Ghostbusters fucking reboot.
That would be fucking dope.
That would
Or
be
Ghostbusters
fucking
themed
killer.
episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yes.
That would be awesome. You were saying the cartoon. Did you like the cartoon?
I did like the cartoon.
Well, I want to talk about the toys. You had the toys.
I vaguely
those
remember the
toys.
cartoon because it came on mornings before I went to school.
Yep.
So, you wake up like an hour and a half before school, you eat your breakfast, you wait before you go there, you get to catch maybe 30 minutes of a cartoon if you're lucky, and then you catch half of another if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But that was the way it was. I always woke up at the proper hours to watch the cartoon. And I did really enjoy it. But my first experience catching it in the mornings as a child, and it still resonated in my mind from playing the video game and watching the movie all the time. And it captured the essence of what the whole series and everything was about, like, truly.
And the game. You
They
guys
did.
both brought up the game. The Sega Genesis game or Sega
Yeah,
Master?
second
Master System.
So I thought maybe yours was Master System because I knew
Mine
you
was
had
Master
So
System.
you had the same version of what we were just watching with the Angry Video
Pretty
Game,
much, with
but
the
better
NES.
graphics.
Yes.
And then you had the
Sega
second
Genesis one.
and it was
Genesis
the second
one.
game, Ghostbusters 2, where it's like a side scroller.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay,
Yeah. I fucking hated that game. I never beat it.
I definitely want to play it. And also,
So I guess I shouldn't ask you if you fought Vigo at the end.
did you fight Vigo at the end?
No.
So the toys. What toys did you have?
The Ghostbusters headquarters, the Ecto-1, the ones with the popping eyeballs and shit like that, the Venkman where you like squeeze his arms and his eyes pop
Yeah, they had the
out.
weird face expressions.
That one definitely had the fucking bigger Slimer that you can get. You can put it on your hand. Like, it was like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How about Ecto Cooler? You guys remember Ecto Cooler?
oh my god,
I
High
mean,
C.
they brought it
Yes.
back 2 years ago or whatever when they did the Ghostbusters remake. But that shit was the shit back in the day. That was
it
like,
still is.
oh my god.
I still have an Ecto Cooler.
No,
Really?
You do from back in the day?
Not back in the day. I got it with the Nerd Block like 3 years ago.
All right,
But you still have it in package, all liquid in it.
I remember going to the
Drink it.
store all the time.
No, I'm good.
Pour it in your bong and smoke it.
Yeah, but
I gotta get a bomb.
Yeah, you do.
I remember when we were kids, we'd go to the store and the Ecto Cooler, and we'd always ask for it, but it was too expensive, so we never got it. I'd always be bummed out about it. I'd be like, "Come on, can we just We always get the shitty Kool-Aid, too. We never got, like, the Kool-Aid. We got the Flavor Aid.
The ones that looked like they were in a little fucking wooden barrel with
yeah.
the fucking full tops.
Yes.
Yeah, same here.
Ooh, quarter waters.
And,
Those are
Hug
awesome.
Jugs. Hug Jugs, that's what that
Hug
was.
Jugs.
Hug
It's like a
Jugs!
little grenade of diabetes. That's all they were.
Grenade beaties.
That's awesome. My first, I would say my first interaction with Ghostbusters would be the toys. My neighbor down the street had a bunch of them in his sandbox, so we go down there and like play with those sometimes. And then I end up, Javi, you gotta stop doing whatever you're doing there.
I'm just shifting legs. I'll stop.
No, it's clicking. You can hear
Oh,
it clicking in here. Okay.
God, stop
Jesus,
it, Hobbs.
Hobbs.
Obviously, you need to stop it.
Obviously, stop.
Yeah, what's
There
that
will be
sound?
carnage.
What's that sound? Obviously.
I never saw Ghostbusters. My first remembrance of it, we were going to Florida to visit my aunt and uncle, and Ghostbusters 2 was on. And that scene where the slime comes up through the tub.
The toaster. Oh, okay, the tub.
The tub to get the kid. My brother saw it, and it scared the what the hell was that?
What? The kid's
the
name was
slime did.
the kid's name was Oscar,
Yes,
right?
Oscar.
Like
So,
when she's leaving the tub, the slime goes, "Oh, where you go? Come back."
speaking of which, doesn't she leave the kid in the tub by himself?
Well,
a
she
little
makes Venkman watch them.
Yeah, that's my
Right?
idea. And that's
No,
fucking-
she
No,
does.
Venkman was-
They're outside talking to
Yeah,
each other
she
like
leaves
he's
them
about to fuck her while like, oh, you got that fucking infant
Yeah, but I mean, she's got a kid.
resting in a running bathtub.
To be
Let's
fair-
do
To
this.
be fair, she's got a kid. She's good to go. You know she's good. Come
Well,
on.
I mean, that's all he had to do. He didn't bring his date rape drugs on
Yeah.
this trip.
So my brother freaked out because of that scene, and he would refuse to go near bathrooms for like the next week. He was
Did he have a
terrified.
kid?
Who,
Or
my
he
bro-
was a kid?
Yeah, he was just a kid. He was like
Okay.
probably 3 or 4. And then we used to have a closet at home, and on the inside of the door, I drew in blue crayon a giant, what I thought looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And I got my ass beat for that, dude. Like, and I told my parents that. I remember getting really spanked. My mom goes, "We didn't spank you. We told you it looked really good, and we praised you." I was like, "That's not my memory."
Mandela.
I think she Mandela herself. I remember getting beat mercilessly. How dare you be creative in this household?
We don't like the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah. They're like, what is it? No, it looked good, even in my mind. I really like the Ghostbusters. Obviously, we all do. And I'm not against Ghostbusters 2, which a lot of people don't seem to like.
Love it.
This is great.
Yeah. So, being from New York, is it a good representation of 1980s New York, you feel?
I wasn't around New York in the '80s. So
All right.
the best I could do is
late
like say,
80s,
yeah.
early 90s that
you were there in like
Ghostbusters 2
88,
came out. though.
89, weren't
I was
you?
a year in
Whatever.
'88.
Was it a good representation of New York in any way? shape,
It was. I really
Yeah,
liked
you
it.
still have an idea.
Yeah. How dare you play that side going? I wasn't there. You were there. You watched Ghostbusters.
I'll say Venkman's more New York than anybody out of the whole.
Yeah.
Out of the
Probably
characters
all the
there.
years that he spent on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, also stance.
Ghostbusters 2 was the last that we got for years and years, but there's always rumblings of a third Ghostbusters coming our way.
God damn, before the fucking reboot even came
Yeah, oh, yeah,
It was
dude.
just like, well, before Harold Ramis died, they
Yeah.
were talking about it.
They
That's what really fucking just kind of sealed the nail in the coffin right there before the reboot. Was
Right.
just like, well, they were working on the script. Harold Ramis was working on it with Dan Aykroyd, and then all of a sudden, boom, dead.
And that's for 20 years they had worked on
When
different
Ramis was
variations.
working on it, that's when like him and Murr were even talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a huge rift
Yeah.
between them, and that's one of the things that caused issues with it. Now, they all owned a stake in Ghostbusters, so if Ghostbusters stuff is made, they still make a profit off of it. They
Right.
still get a percentage. Throughout the years, they talked about rebooting it with like a younger group, kind of like Ghostbusters Next Generation. There was talking for a time of doing Will Smith, Ben Stiller, Chris Farley. Like, this is how long this stuff was
And then they
going.
made The Watch.
Yeah. Well, they made, what was that movie? Oh, is that The Watch is about? I never saw The Watch.
The Watch had Jonah Hill, Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, and...
Is it about Ghost?
It's about aliens that come through, but they're like part of the neighborhood watch that's
Ah,
looking out
okay.
for it. But yes, it's derivative.
Is it pretty good?
It's okay. It
kinda
wasn't
see.
like that great, but there was some funny moments.
Well, you know what the actual
but
spiritual...
was the
Evolution's a spiritual sequel to Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Evolution
Yes.
really did feel like Ghostbusters to me a little bit.
Yes, it's very much... It's Ivan Reitman. It's a spiritual sequel to it, and that deals with aliens, too.
Yes.
I like Evolution. I thought it was all right.
Me
It's not
too.
great.
I loved it. I love Evolution. I
It's
think it's
alright.
a great movie.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've met and worked with Orlando Jones.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is he pretty cool?
Yeah, he is.
Is that right? Oh, so they were talking about making Ghostbusters Next Generation, and they kept falling through. The best one that they were going to make was called Ghostbusters 3 Hellbent, which would have had the Ghostbusters actually going to hell with a new group of people. And so what the Hell version was going to be parallel to the modern New York Manhattan. And so basically they could just hit this button on this machine and it would time shift and see weird, like, demonic shit. So they were just kind of, like, layered on top of each other. And that was going to be the storyline. And eventually I think they used bits of that for the Ghostbusters video game that came out in, like, 2009.
For Xbox 360.
Yeah, did y'all ever play that?
I still have it.
Yeah, was it good?
It was a great fucking game.
The one that was released in 2009 or whatever, 2008? Yeah, it's got like a 8.6 rating on everything. It's
Did you
supposed
play
to be
it?
really good. No,
It's
I
a
haven't.
solid game.
What's it about?
Pretty much that. Dan Aykroyd wrote the script for that game.
And they got all the voices of all the characters
Right.
as well.
And he did an interview saying, well, if you wanted Ghostbusters 3, just play the game because that's essentially what's going to be our main script for it.
Right.
And it's just pretty much like this cult wants to merge, I guess, realities between like the ghost realm and the human realm, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could bring back their god. I can't remember the name of the god, but it was super fucking great.
Fuck yeah.
So, am I the only one that feels that the first Hellboy movie was essentially a Ghostbusters movie also, though? Like, if you think
I
about
kinda
it,
got a Ghostbusters vibe from
dude,
Hellboy,
if
the first
Guillermo del Toro did a fucking Ghostbusters
shit.
movie, like, that would be the
shit,
fucking
that would be
shit, right?
He's my
Like,
favorite director, man. He could do anything.
But
He could literally do anything.
just the feel of the first Hellboy movie
did.
had that feel, because he's going out to fucking eradicate these paranormal fucking demons or whatever else that is going on with operating under secrecy, which he isn't doing, too well, like the real Ghostbusters. They're like, yeah, we did it,
For the
whatever,
first
but
Hellboy, I know for
that
me...
is a very Ghostbusters-esque movie.
For the first Hellboy for me, it automatically from the start felt like a Ghostbusters movie to me. Like with them just immediately going like right into the occult, Hitler and shit like that, and just like that
Like
those weird
Ghostbusters meet
contraptions.
Indiana Jones.
Pretty much, it was just a great feel to it.
Like I said, he can do no wrong in my book. He's been my favorite director since Blade 2.
Oh, he's great.
Seriously, he's amazing.
He directed Blade 2?
He directed
Yes.
Blade 2, yeah.
He was
After-
like, oh shit, I gotta go back and watch Blade 2.
I think it was his third film, because I think he did Kronos, and then he did Mimic, and I think he did Blade 2. But it might be his fourth. He might have done The Devil's Backbone before that.
Oh, he did
Mimic
too?
was... Yeah.
They ended up not making it. Harold Ramis did pass away. And then, even at that time, they were still talking about it. It's always been Bill Murray who said no to this happening. And Bill Murray just doesn't want to do it. He's not interested. Then occasionally he'll show up in like a late night show wearing the Ghostbusters outfit, or he'll do like they were shocked to do the video game. And finally, in about 2010, he said yes. So there were plans. They put together a script, and same thing, hand down the mantle to the next generation. And then, out of nowhere, they got involved with Judd Apatow, and somehow that moved over to being involved with Paul Feig, who ended up making the female Ghostbuster remake. And it was simply...
Fuck you, Paul Feig.
They just needed to make that. What did you guys think about the remake?
I didn't.
Yeah? You didn't like it?
I didn't think about it.
Yeah? Nothing?
There's nothing to think about.
Hobbs?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah? Yeah? Because it got big girls in it? It's still high?
Oh my god,
Melissa McCarthy?
He's so fucking
Is
hot.
that up your alley?
Oh god, there's
Yeah.
the things I would do to Melissa McCarthy.
But I think a lot of the hatred towards it was, I think, created by Sony. They were selling it on the fact that all these quote-unquote guys living in their basements who were women haters and this and that. I think it was actually a terrible thing that they used it for marketing to try to sell it.
When they went about it
demonized
going
nerds.
that way,
Yeah.
really made that movie just
The
like...
marketing did tank it.
They demonized nerd culture. They did, and they tried to say all the nerds are just sexist and this and that, and not understanding.
No.
It was ridiculous.
We're
dude.
realists.
It terrifies me that they used a marketing ploy to demonize all of us, and then
Don't send a man to do a woman's job, I believe.
yes, exactly, and that, it's a very reverse sexist type thing too, which is kind of disturbing if you think about it. But it is what it is. I mean,
Okay, let's list off all the times that you ever went to a fucking haunted house with a girlfriend who had to lead or anything like that. I'm supposed to expect that 4 fucking bitches are facing ghosts. My girlfriend is afraid of ghosts nightly whenever she hears anything above my fucking ceiling.
Nah.
Like, go check the attic. I think there's a ghost up there. I'm supposed to believe that these fucking 4 bitches are just like, yeah, let's go fight ghosts. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fucking bullshit.
is that true though?
It is goddamn fucking very true. Every girl that I've ever dated has been like, oh, what was that sound out there? Did you hear that?
Hey, you go
Do you
get
think it was a
murdered, not
ghost?
me.
I'm sure. Okay, I'll play devil's advocate. Yeah, I might play some YouTube ghost videos before we go to bed. However, That should be prepping them if they want to be Ghostbusters.
Dude. Do you ever watch ghost videos where you go to bed? Do you ever
Yeah,
get into the ghost?
all the time.
Do you ever?
I just told you that.
Do you ever fall down the ghost video YouTube hole?
Yes,
where it's just
all
hate
the
that hole
fucking
so much.
time.
Oh my
I
God.
love it and I hate it.
Dude, we need to make a series of those videos where we just take the best stuff clips, but then we play it real cool. We do like 2 or 3, and then we do the 4th one. It's just a fucking screamer that pops out. Dude, we would.
You're letting away all of our fucking secrets on here. You're editing
my
this shit.
bad.
You
It's
edit
gonna be
this
out.
shit, please, for
All
real.
right,
Let's
we're doing it.
actually fucking do this.
I don't want to do that.
Javi, you look.
Oh, Javi, you couldn't be a Ghostbuster, you fucking giant pussy.
That should come as no surprise to you two.
You can't be a Ghostbuster?
I don't think I would
He's
have to
afraid of ghosts.
Are you afraid of ghosts?
I know that those fucking YouTube videos creep me out.
Yeah.
Javi,
Like,
you afraid of ghosts?
yeah. Because,
He's like, he didn't say, he's like, hello. That's what he said to me before. Oh man! Oh, I don't want to fucking do it.
hey, Javi,
Yo.
are you afraid of busting? You
No,
shouldn't be
I'm not
because
afraid of busting.
Busted makes you feel good.
Yeah, get it.
It does.
Not a fan of the 2016 version. I mean, I was fine with it. It was whatever.
Look, it's not because it was a woman cast. It's just because it was a bad
It's
fucking
not
movie.
a great movie.
It was a bad movie.
There's moments that are funny, but it's not a great movie.
I love the CGI in it.
Yeah. I actually do I didn't know who Kate McKinnon was before I watched that.
She
she's
is the
fucking
fuck.
bomb
She's
ass on
hilarious.
SNL.
She's fucking Kristen Wiig 2.0 is what she is.
And that's the thing is I really like her. And I liked Leslie Jones in the movie too. I thought she was funny. I didn't
Are
think
you saying that because you think she's listening right now and gonna fucking
yeah.
bash
She's
us
gonna
on
throw
our
me on Twitter.
fucking podcast? She's
know
gonna
what?
unsubscribe from Quack Attack 5000.
I'll be honest with you, I like the fact that she's so vocal. Regardless of the fact that what she said, they did kind of get screwed over. It's kind of inverse screw over.
They didn't screw themselves over.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
one of
they
the-
did screw themselves over.
The movie, like they probably said we're going to throw money at you and this and that. It's going to be a huge franchise. It is what it is. They have been talking about this for years, though. Even when they were making the 2016 version, they were talking about doing another version and a third version and cartoons and this and that. Oh, we need to talk about the Extreme Ghostbusters too. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think they're getting paid like Marlon Wayans for Batman? Like he was
Oh,
supposed
hell
to
yeah.
be Robin.
Pay or play?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
you said like he was supposed to be Robin
Dude,
for
I
the
wanna
third
ask-
Batman, and then now they were promised all this shit. The ladies of Ghostbusters, are they getting residuals off these Ghostbuster
They
movies?
probably
like
are.
every time it's licensed.
Dude, we need to talk to the next time Marlon Wayans comes through. If I'm there, I'm going to ask him about that. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I want to know about that.
Tell him
really
Jake said
bad.
what's up.
All right, I will. Do you have his number? We text
I
him.
might actually.
Yeah, you should text him and be like, "Hey, what's the story with that?" Hobbs, the Extreme Ghostbusters. What was that cartoon like? It was Egon, right? And he was it was like a multiracial cast of characters and a crippy boy, like you were saying.
Crapple?
A
Yeah.
crapple. What was the show like? Was it pretty good?
I remember the final episode of Real Ghostbusters. Like, oh man, this was I had a good run. And I remember just thinking as the years went by, I was like, man, I could use another Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, ABC started pumping out trailers on Saturday morning
It's like
for
1997.
Extreme Ghostbusters right after Street Sharks.
Street Sharks!
You remember that show?
Yeah. Hell
And
yeah,
it's-
those toys were awesome for
Yeah,
Street
they were.
Sharks. They were like
Everybody
huge.
loves Street Sharks.
I remember
Yeah.
Vin Diesel made a commercial for him.
He did, yeah. It's fucked up. Bring the Street Sharks.
Extreme Ghostbusters aired.
That's my Vin Diesel, by the way. Did you like that?
Extreme Ghostbusters aired on Sunday at 8 o'clock. And before that, I would get up early at 6:30 so I could watch Biker Mice from Mars at 7. And then Street Sharks at 8, 7:30. and then
Hold on.
Extreme Ghostbusters.
Let me
at 8.
recognize that Biker Mice from Mars was fucking amazing, and I didn't even give it twice thought until he just said it right
Right.
now. But I used to love that.
That
fucking
shit was-
cartoon.
they had the
I
best toys,
all their
too.
fucking toys. Yep. Biker Mice from Mars were the shit.
I was thinking the Disney used to release Disney Adventures or something like as a little Reader's Digest for kids. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I remember that was my
Yes.
first interaction with the
Yeah,
Extreme
it looked
Ghostbusters.
exactly like a Reader's
It was
Digest.
like a little
It
Reader's
was on
Digest.
the aisles at grocery stores where you would pick up your Reader's
Exactly,
Digest.
and it had like comic books and articles and stuff like that. I always thought it was cool, but that's the first time I saw the Extreme Ghostbusters because it was an ABC show, and ABC was owned by Disney. And I never watched it though. I'm kind
And
of
then
intrigued.
I saw the first episode. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, Peter Venkman's going to be like, no Venkman, no Ray, no Winston. But it was just Egon and Janine. And Egon was a professor at this local college.
Egon was like their mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought them together and like he goes to start his class and no one shows up.
Okay, but the one guy who actually wore the Ghostbusters uniform, wasn't that Ray's nephew or something in it? Wasn't it because he actually wore the fucking Ghostbusters fucking jumpsuit.
The wheelchair kid, I think he was a stance.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was fucking Ray's nephew or some shit like that. I thought. I don't know.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
Okay, but everybody else wore their own shit in it. But there was one guy who actually wore the fucking Ghostbusters uniform.
Right, the guy who was the creepy boy, like you were saying. And then...
No, it wasn't the creepy boy.
It wasn't the creepy boy?
It wasn't the Crapple.
No, it was him.
The Crispy Craps?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you had a Hispanic, Eduardo, who was supposed to be like...
Oh, the chick was the baddest on there, though.
The chick was badass.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a crush on her. Well, that's neither here nor there.
And I still do! Let it be known. It only ran for like 40 episodes or something. It didn't run for a long time.
It didn't run for a long time.
But I mean, they sold. It was just to sell another line of toys. Keep that brand line.
I don't think that toy line was not popular. I don't think I had an Extreme Ghostbusters.
You know,
I think it was behind our time, though.
Yeah, it was about the time where finger fucking and trying to get my dick sucked came in. So
they're like, oh, your fingers smell like fucking action figures.
Yeah,
Well, they don't like
when that show came out.
Finger
When that show came out, I was 10. And
I have a
really
polyurethane allergic reaction. You can't be fingering me if you've been handling action figures before this.
The one character we haven't talked about, it's one of the most important, Slimer. We haven't even mentioned Slimer. Like, Slimer, we kind of talked about the Echo Coolers, how he was on it, but
Slimer was the mascot for Ghostbusters.
Exactly, and the character is actually designed after John Belushi. You look at him and he's supposed to look like him just a little bit. And in the cartoon, he was huge, to the point where the cartoon actually switched over to almost like a Looney Tunes
He was
style.
fucking Snarf.
Yeah.
From Thundercats.
Wait,
That's what Ghostbusters was in the cartoon.
Wait,
honestly,
you
though.
just didn't
I
say
thought you
his
meant
name all the
I
fucking
wanted
time.
to see that, like on Pornhub, Snarf and Slimer going to town.
Snarf and Slimer.
Yeah, Slimer fucking Snarf. I'm just like, oh yeah, get the lube. Oh Jesus.
Snarf.
I'm gonna make a little. Oh my god.
Oh, Slimer.
I'm about to kill.
I'm about to scream all over me. I got slapped.
Snarf. Slimer, I mean, that really is, to us, like, they use that character, and he's not a big character. He's not even in the second movie, is he? Is he in the second movie? Yeah, because,
has a very small cameo in the second one, right? He's
at
not
the very
like
end.
he's not a huge part of it, but the first one, they interact with him like 3 or 4 times.
But that Slimer
And the second one, I think his
one?
main scene is when Lewis is going to the museum just as a Ghostbuster, and Slimer's driving the bus.
Right.
And he goes,
I would say that scene, too, that 10-minute scene from the first movie really encapsulates what the Ghostbusters are. That is a perfect scene.
The whole mood, the whole setting of the movie.
Everything about it is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that scene where fucking Ray Stantz, the cigarette is hanging off of his lip. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. He's doing the face right now. You can't see it.
Hey, do the face when he gets the ghost blowjob. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Cross-eyed.
You watch it a lot. Yeah. By the way, do you think ghosts get better mouthies than normal people?
Fuck
yeah,
yes.
I think you can't feel the teeth.
Yeah. And is that canon, or was he having a dream? Did a ghost really blow him?
I believe a ghost really blew him.
I believe, because, like, the ghost,
really
undid his pants.
Yeah. I mean, it. Now that you mention it, I could easily be mistaken for that if I had watched it as a new viewer. Like, oh, well, maybe he's having a dream. And,
right.
Like, he's busting so many ghosts that he's just dreaming
maybe
about.
That's
busting ghosts or busting in ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's where the busting makes it comes from.
Maybe that's why they're called the Ghostbusters. Maybe that's the only way they can get off is by busting ghosts. And they have dreams about fucking ghosts afterwards.
And then Slimer's in the corner fucking snarfing in another little bus.
Well, that's unrelated. That's just totally unrelated.
Oh, yeah.
That happens often.
You getting that ghost, BJ?
Oh,
yeah. Slimer.
Oh, you're getting ecto all over me.
That was really Jesus. What do you guys feel about Ivan Reitman's son, Jason, taking over? By the way, I just want to mention, Carolyn Reitman, who's his sister, is smoking fucking hot, too.
Oh, yeah, you like her as the fucking cat?
I like them Jew girls we were talking about earlier, I'm not going to lie.
She's a fucking cat.
Yeah.
Marie Ponderosa.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What is that?
She's on It's Always Sunny.
Bro,
well, was.
You need to watch it. Yeah. If you want to talk to us about her, you need to watch Always Sunny from season 6 on, and then talk to us about it, because her progression of character is more of a degression of character. Like,
she's one of my favorite side characters that had a serious regression as far as evolution.
Her and her brother are great, though.
Oh, fucking Bill Ponderosa is the
Pondy.
shit. I fucking love
Pondy's
Pondy.
awesome.
So great. I hope they never kill him off.
It's so good. He has to. That's the way he has to die, though.
Are you guys
he's so hardcore.
Are you watching the new season?
I don't have FXXX, UXXX.
So what?
I just like the fact that Jason Reitman did a story like when he was talking about like doing the new Ghostbusters. I just remember being on set when I was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's nobody better to take the helm of this other than the old.
Myself.
It's really
Did
interesting.
he not do the movie American Ultra?
I don't think he did. He did. Thank You for Not Smoking.
Which is a great
fucking
fucking
movie.
movie.
Juno. That was his first movie. Juno. He did.
He did Up in the Air.
Up in the Air. Yeah. So he's done a lot of movies in the last. I think he's been like 10, 12 years, something like that. And he's always tried to stay away from doing anything with the Ghostbusters. And he built his own career. And I mean, he's been Oscar nominated. I think he won for Juno. Maybe a couple Oscars.
He got nominated. Diablo Cody won for the screenplay.
Yeah, but a nom is just as good as a win a lot of times,
Right.
though. Like, if you have multiple noms.
Well, that's the reason he's kind of stayed away from it, because he wanted to build
Like
his own
America.
career separate from his father's. So, I mean, do you think his style will mix with Ghostbusters? Having
I
seen,
think it'll make for an interesting.
I think it'll actually fall right in line with it, honestly. From his style of movie making compared to his father's, you can see the evolution. Not so much of an egress from his father's style. I don't know if
I can see him.
He doesn't deviate too far from his father's style.
Well, that's
like
what
it's still there, but he still does his own kind
Like
of.
we
I
were
feel
talking
like-
about earlier, it's going to have the essence of the original Ghostbusters, but it's going to be different.
I feel like
Right.
his style is completely different than his father's.
Really?
That's why I'm wondering.
I feel like
if-
it's in the same vein.
I feel like he has his own thing altogether. Everything with pacing, directing, the screenwriter you guys just mentioned for a lot of his movies. So
I know
I'm
Ivan
intrigued to see
Reitman
what he
has a
does.
certain feel to every one of his movies because even to me, Evil Dead and Ghostbusters
Men in
kind of
Black
had the
right,
same,
yeah,
same
okay.
feeling.
I feel like Men in Black is like the '90s Ghostbusters. Like it had the exact same
Truly,
feeling.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
another one, and that to me falls in the same line with the fucking Hellboy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, they all fucking almost sync
It's-
up. Like
it's
it's
a
almost
movie-
a progression of.
It's the feeling that, and I know what you're talking about. It's this feeling of I really like this. Like it is. It has an upbeat.
You got to
it
mix
takes-
up practical effects
Yeah.
with CGI
Gotta be
effects.
practical.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
You had to have that.
Gotta.
Practicality is fucking awesome.
It's ridiculous. The fact that they don't. There's no reason not to do practical effects. at
Well,
this point.
and I think J.J. Abrams sealed that shut with Episode 7.
Oh yeah, it's got to
Like,
be good.
That what had the most realistic feel of any of the Star Wars movies before the original trilogy. But practical, it looks real on screen. You're looking at a real fucking thing.
Like when she stole the fucking Millennium Falcon from the dude at the junkyard. I could have sworn that was real. Like it looked
it
that
was. They
fucking
built
good.
a fucking full-size Millennium Falcon for that fucking shit.
And how awesome was that in the theater? Whenever they're like, "That's a hunk of junk," and they're running past it, like, "We'll take the hunk of junk," and the camera pans. We were all
And
like,
then you hear the fucking music.
we
You
were
hear
like,
that fucking-
we knew it was coming, but we were like, "Yeah!"
Yep.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. That was a great experience watching it because we went to the first show.
Yeah,
and
I know,
like,
man.
It came out. It was
8
so
o'clock
good.
in the fucking morning we went and saw this bitch, dude. Okay, so I'm one of the biggest Star Wars fans ever. I was him and I and Danny and Shannon and Britton were all living together at the time at this house, and they all knew how much I wanted to see it, but they all want to see it also. But we made it happen. They bought tickets fucking early for all of us. Doug did.
It was awesome.
And we went to Movie Tavern. Or no.
Alamo Draft
Alamo
House.
Draft House. Sorry, Alamo. I love you. Don't let me confuse you with movie.
And if you want to sponsor us, you can reach me at.
Please do. But that whole fucking night, it was like Christmas.
Oh yeah, it was.
Like
and
I
then Christmas
didn't
was
want to
soon
go to
after
sleep,
that.
but it's like, oh, I have to get up so early. We have to go to bed.
Dude, it was
like,
so
but
good.
we were all so fucking pumped for it. Like, the anticipation for a movie has never been greater for that. I think maybe Infinity War might have been close to it, but I think that is the greatest anticipation I've ever had for a
so much
fucking
fun.
movie ever. Like the build up for it. For months we're talking about it.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a great.
And they
experience.
gave us what we asked for, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
it was fan service.
we all watched it and we were just like, I fucking dig that. And then that night we were kind of like, oh, this is kind of like a remake. Like we put it together pretty quick. We're like, it was a lot like the
They
original
hit
Star
the
Wars.
same dates.
Yeah. Then I was like, I don't care. I still like that movie. I'll watch it anytime.
Love it.
Let me see.
But even that teaser trailer, it had the essence of Ghostbusters.
Dude, we watched that thing like a million times too. The teaser trailer for the new Ghostbusters. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Did you see the teaser trailer for the new Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it already. I apologize. My bad. So that trailer, I see what you're saying. It kind of had the same vibe. I think if they take this outside of New York, that'll change the vibe a little bit too much. I think New York's such a character of the movie that it has to take place in New York in some way.
You know what else though? I mean, the first one actually felt kind of scary.
Yes,
Like a little bit. Like it kind of made you go. Like it made you a little reluctant to it.
Number 2 did that for me more than the first one.
Really?
Especially the train scene. Tell me that shit wasn't a little bit
Okay,
creepy.
yeah.
Just like, oh, hello.
Well, even
Hey. Wednesday. Oh, look, I just got myself goosebumps just thinking of that.
That's awesome.
That shit creeped me out. The fact that it was just like that. Wednesday.
Well, even the painting Vigo was more menacing than fucking Zool
Oh,
in
God,
the first
yes.
one. Like, the dogs, obviously, fucking the gatekeeper
awesome.
and the
So
keymaster.
awesome.
Yeah, great. But, yeah, I would say fucking Vigo was a little more fear-inspiring. Whereas the
Vigo was
commercials
terrifying.
and just the movie itself in the third one just didn't have that feeling of terror to it. You gotta have both parts,
I
right?
agree
Like
with
in that,
you.
in that,
You are so right.
In the reboot, it was
So
just,
right.
it just felt like they were just relying heavily on comedy.
Exactly.
It was like no substance at all.
It's a scary movie that has comedic beats in it, and that's exactly what they needed to make, and they did not make that.
Which is
They made a
classic-
comedy
which is
movie with
classic
jump
writing.
scares.
My parents went, one of their first dates was to go see Ghostbusters at the drive-in movie theater. And whenever the librarian gets big and goes, "Rah!" My dad screamed like a little girl. My mom said it was the funniest thing she ever saw because he was not expecting it, and it's just like it was ridiculous. She goes, "I couldn't stop laughing." But that's the whole thing: is it is legitimately scary.
Yeah.
Like Reitman, for me, he's the master at like blending comedy like that and horror. Because Evil Dead, I find hilarious, but it also scares the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, the Evil Dead, but that's Sam Raimi.
Fuck, is it really?
Yeah.
Is it produced by
You
Reitman?
said
though?
that again. I thought you meant produced by Ivan Reitman. I didn't want to contest it.
It was produced by Ivan Reitman, wasn't it?
I don't think it was.
No, I don't think
Did
it
he have
was.
anything to do with that?
No,
it was
it
a
was-
Sam Raimi original student college film. Like he made it on his own. Like
Did Sam Raimi produce Ghostbusters?
No.
I could.
But you know what?
You know what was scary? Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man
Sam
3
Raimi
is
did
terrifying. I like Spider-Man 3. It's not great,
It's
but
alright.
it's
Yeah, I know. We talked.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are awesome. Get off your phone, Hobby. We're almost
I'm
done.
checking some facts here. Hold on.
Oh, really? You need
Oh,
to check
are
that
you?
with
Are you
the
checking them
fucking-
facts on that sweet ass
You
on
got
that
two of the fact nerds
BBW?
next to you.
Huh?
You looking up BBWs?
Look, I'm typing in Sam Raimi.
Yes, Sam Raimi. It autocorrects to BBW because you put it in your phone so
Yeah,
much.
it's Sam Raimi, not Sam Raimi.
Oh, Sam Raimi. Yeah, you're looking at BBWs now.
Good
so
thing
stop
you looked
lying.
that up, huh?
Wow, dude, them bitches be big.
Oh, was it Sam Raimi?
Yeah, was it Sam Raimi?
Sam Raimi Ding Dong?
It's Raimi.
Yeah, we know. Not Reitman.
God, why did I think I just Mandela affected myself.
So, guys, I love talking about Ghostbusters.
The
hopefully,
Nut House.
Hopefully, this next movie would be awesome. I mean, we're probably 2 to 3 years from it, but it's like the biggest news that could have came out. Really is. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Okay, it's going to be huge. So I'm going to say. It's going to be huge. So, thank you so much for listening. You can check us out on the internet at the Facebook group, Quack Attack 5000. We're changing it to We Are Air, though, correct?
Yes, we are.
So we're going to be changing that to We Are Air.
We are.
Also, you can send us an email, quackattack5000 at gmail.com. If you want to share with your friends, we are on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean, everything. So please share with your friends if you enjoy this.
Please follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Please.
Android music, everything. So this has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake.
and here with
Javi.
and he's not a fan of the Swedes.
I love
He
the
hates
Swedes.
the Swiss.
He hates the
people.
Swisses.
I hate the Swisses. The Swisses Swedes.
Do you ever look up pictures of girls with ugly names, but like they're the hottest bitches you'll ever see?
Butter names?
Like Helga, Olga,
York.
Oh my god, dude, just smoking hot. So y'all, just go look up pictures of the ugly Ethel, Bertha, names that you would never
Bertha
want to
sounds
see.
like a hot big broad.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's always ends
goddamn.
up being like
Of
a
course,
Swiss
we know you'd
bitch.
like that name,
Every time.
Bertha.
Oh my god, Big Bertha.
Ooh.
From
Give
Super
her a
Mario-
wide Bertha.
from the Super Mario Brothers movie. Remember Big Bertha? The big chick with the spike lip.
Ooh, I had such a thing for her. Oh my god.
One last thing. At the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, they have props from the fucking Super Mario Brothers Super Mario Brothers movie. It is awesome. They have the shoes. They have the outfit the princess
The
was
metal
wearing.
fucking...
Yes, yeah, they have the thwomp
fucking,
shoes.
The
It's-
magnetic fucking...
Yes,
yeah.
dude, it's awesome. I was like this close. I was like, Ben, steal these.
Bro,
I need these.
I bet you'd wear them around
everywhere
if you had
Dude,
them.
like, you know how some guys know, like girls get pissed if you don't take off your socks when you're fucking her? I would never take off my thwomp shoes.
She would be like pissed off if you did take them off. I swear to God.
So she'd be like, can you wear the thwomps?
Yeah,
I'll be
no.
yeah, bitch, I can
Are
wear
you
the
taking
thwomps.
them off?
Nope, I'm wearing the thwomps, baby.
Take them off, baby.
Oh, shit, Luigi. This shit was awesome, though. Did you say call me Luigi? And bye.
And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget, share with your friends. That is how we grow the network. And if this is your first time listening, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast featuring me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood. That's where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. Don't forget Heroes Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were sitting down, we're playing some D&D, we're having so much fun. You can go ahead and start that from the beginning of the journey, Season 1, Episode 1. You're going to love it all the way through. And finally, I Hate Being Sober. Personal stories from epic people. I'm going to sit down with some of the most epic people I've ever met in this world, and we're going to talk about their life, we're going to talk about their trials and tribulations, and we're just going to talk about their journey this far. Head on over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. Also, head over to the Facebook group, We Are Era. We would love to see you in that group. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, share it with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, do not forget, support local comedy in any way that you can. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.